Okay, so today I want to talk about driving. So I'm going to go through driving lessons, the instructors, firing instructors, my tests, how I failed my first one, passing my second one, and just all of that. Okay, so first of all, lessons. I booked in blocks really quickly, which was a mistake because it meant that I was like, I had to stay with the instructor that I paid for, because you save a lot of money by buying lessons in like blocks. But also I think if you buy it in blocks, it's easier to just spend loads of money rather than if you do it like one by one. Because I took so many lessons, and I got them all in like 24. I think it was like 24 lesson blocks. Wait, I know I can find out how much mine were. I think it was like £20 a lesson. But I ended up having so many lessons that I spent like 800. I don't know, I spent a lot of money. If I definitely say, like, if you have a parent that isn't crazy, learn with them. Because a lot of it's just kind of getting used to driving, and then they're like specific things that you need to do. Like, you know, like when you're doing an exam and you have to do weird things that you wouldn't normally do, but you have to do it for the exam. Just do like one of them, a couple of them, to like know what you need to do. So my first instructor, hopefully he doesn't have YouTube. He was a bit lazy. Like he was good at first and he was really nice and like we got on and he wasn't weird or anything. He was kind of young, like 30-ish. But he just ended up like flaking on lessons to go to the gym or like something. Like our lessons kept being postponed, and I felt like he was kind of holding me back, although I probably did rush into it, like me trying to take my test as quickly as possible. So I booked my test for April. I started learning in December and he said, oh, I can't do that. So I had to fire him in the library car park. It was really awkward. I was just like, I'm really sorry, but I can't do the lessons with you anymore. I should have just said I didn't have any more money or something. Yeah, it was really awkward. And then I found a new instructor and he was a lot better. Like he was much more available and his lessons were more consistent. And he always took his students to McDonald's in the like in the middle of the 2 hours. Oh, all of my lessons were 2 hours, by the way, in the like hour middle, and got us hot drinks because he had loads of those stickers. Okay, but he was a little bit creepy. I don't think it was intentional, but he was a bit older. Like, okay, I'm not very good at guessing ages, but 60. And he just said things like, do you have a boyfriend? I said no. He goes, well, you should. How do you not? You're a dream. And just kind of comments. And I live opposite a nursery, and I don't even remember what prompted him, but he said something along the lines of, oh, maybe they think that we're dropping our kid off. Sorry, what? Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I was changing the gear and I just like whacked him like by accident. Don't really know how, looking back on it, but he was like, oh, was that flirting or something like that? I don't know, but it was just really weird. He was nice though. I just, yeah, you know, older guys can just be a bit weird without really meaning to. Okay, and then my test. Oh, when they before you start your test, you have to read the registration plate to just see that, make sure that you can like see, like your vision's good enough. And they were like, read the blue Skoda or something. And at that point in time, I had no idea what the different like logos were. So I was like panicking, really scared that I was going to fail before the test even started because I didn't know which car it was. But that's not what they're testing you on. So just ask which car it is and then they'll tell you. Also, okay, so my first test I failed. It was with a lady who is known as one of the strict ones. I failed really badly. I think I got like, I told everyone I only got 1 major because I was really embarrassed. Because I think I did big myself up. And I actually got about 5 and loads of minors, probably like 13 minors. Oh, I know why. Okay, so basically, I was driving. Oh, I'd just done my parking in a space, and then when I started a car to leave the car park and go back onto the like routes, I didn't take the handbrake off, because basically in my lessons I always did forget, but because my instructor would take it off before I could, I never got in the habit of taking it off myself, and I didn't know what the car did when I didn't take it off. So the car started beeping at me with like a red light, and the instructor asked, do you know why it's beeping? You should probably handle that. But it was just beeping at me and I was really nervous and I had no idea what it was. So I got a major for that. Because I drove a really long way, because the car didn't feel like there was any resistance or anything. It just like went as normal. And I was going like 30 and it was fine. And because I was really scared and there was a car coming up behind me and the instructor was like, you need to do something because there's a car behind you, I pulled over at I thought it was a okay place to pull over, because it was like, you know when you give like, there's like the 2 coney things on the islands and then a car stops there and goes. Well, I pulled over in front of one of those and got a major. I can't remember what the ones were for, but they were kind of sort of because of that. I got 2 minors for speeding, and my mirrors and indicators were fine. Yeah, like minors are minors, I don't really remember. The second time I had a male instructor and he was really nice, he was really friendly. Like I was just talking to him about his son being a golfer and stuff. I don't really know if I deserve to pass, to be honest. I think I did do some questionable things, but I did pass. I think I got 7 minors. Probably included speeding as well. I'm not very good at slowing down. I kind of rush every aspect of my life, so. Anyway, thank you for watching.